The song that I am going to be covering in this video is a work by Antonio Vivaldi. And so a few interesting facts about Vivaldi is that he wrote classical music from the Baroque period. Vivaldi wrote over 500 concertos and 46 operas. He was an ordained priest in 1703. He was also a very talented violin player, so a lot of the music that he wrote is specifically for the violin. His music is known for being very bright and cheerful. Even Bach was a fan of Vivaldi's work, and Vivaldi is most known for writing the pieces called Gloria and the Four Seasons. I decided to incorporate a theme of space with the movements to this song. Since I incorporated the theme of space, this could easily be incorporated into another subject area, such as a lesson on astronomy. In this case, the teacher could encourage their students to use their imaginations while they are listening to the music and taking part in the dance movements, having them imagine that they are in space. As they are reenacting the dance, they could be encouraged to imagine that they are each of the objects that they are representing in that movement, applying what they have learned in the lesson. In addition to representing the musical form through the use of different movements in the song, the musical concept of tempo is also applied, where in the movements, the students will be required to move quickly to faster tempos and slowly with the movements to slower tempos. This first movement represents the sun. The rays of the sun are represented by the opening and closing of the hands. This second movement represents shooting stars. By pointing your finger and trailing it above your head, this represents your eyes following shooting stars in the night sky. This third movement represents a rotating earth. By spinning around with your body and your arms, this represents Earth rotating on its axis. This fourth movement represents the moon in its many phases. As you bring your arm around, this represents the moon going through all of its phases. This final movement represents Saturn and its many rings. As you rotate your arms in a circular form, this represents the many rings circling around Saturn.